What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today we got IGOR, the art of the friend zone. Yeah, fuck a friend zone. I don't believe in friend zones. Throw me in a friend zone, we ain't friends. If we ain't friends starting out, we ain't gonna be friends. Cause if I like you and you want to throw me as a friend, I ain't gonna be around. Cause you don't. There's too many people out here. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people out here. But before we even get started with this video, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Well, what was it? Come on now. Get your merch, nigga. Get your merch now in the description below. And if you like it and you want to tell me about it, let me know in the comments below. And listen to Atlanta Boy So Full of Life in the description below. And if you like it, let me know in the comments below. And by the way, hit me up on Tario_3000 anytime you want. Anytime. That being said, let's get into the video.
So I went to see Tyler the Creator live last week, and it was pretty sweet. It was one of those experiences where you just want to go back and relive that night over and over. Thinking about the concert afterwards though, it really gave me a new perspective on his albums. Over the years, Tyler has shown so much growth, but seeing his discography perform live, I realized that one theme has stayed consistent across his entire career, and that theme is the friend zone. Tyler is constantly being friend zoned in his music. I honestly can't think of a rapper who's more down bad than him. Nah, no one comes to mind. Going all the way back to Goblin, on She, which features Frank Ocean, Tyler is rapping about stalking this girl who he's got a crush on. Meanwhile, Frank is playing the boyfriend character who spots Tyler peeking through the window and spying on her. If you think this is messed up, well, it's actually pretty tame by the standards of Tyler's early stuff. However, it foreshadows a lot of what he would later explore on IGOR. From this song alone, we already know that Tyler is extremely clingy and will settle for being friends just to be around the person he likes. Sound familiar? Moving on, we get to Wolf, which has songs like Awkward and I Fucking Hate You. Awkward is all about Tyler's first kiss. He basically falls in love with this girl after one date, but she doesn't take it much further than that. I Fucking Hate You isn't about being friend-zoned, but it still gets at these obsessive thoughts that Tyler has. He's always putting whoever he's in love with up on a pedestal. He always thinks that they're the one and can't possibly be replaced. In fact, I don't think there's a Tyler song in existence that's about real mutual love. The closest would be Fucking Young from Cherry Bomb, which is that mutual relationship, but it's completely cooked. That's what's so fun about Tyler's early stuff. It's the most messed up, vulgar lyrics over the sweetest cupcake instrumentals and melodies. It's such an artistic combination, and I don't think we'll see anything like it again. Speaking of seeing things again, See You Again is another song of Tyler's that deals with infatuation. Except this time it's a dream person that he's in love with. He can't find someone in reality, so he waits till he's asleep. Later on Flower Boy we get Glitter, which is all about the friend zone yet again. The first half of the song is just the most beautiful thing you've ever heard.
Cause you like my what? Time you come around, I feel like glitter. Hands up!
Every time you come around, I feel like glitter. It really captures that excitement and uncertainty you feel when you first catch feelings for someone. Then on the second half of the song, Tyler yet again comes to the realization that this love is one-sided and isn't gonna work out. He's basically self-destructing. This all culminates in IGOR, which is Tyler's most raw and comprehensive look into the friend zone yet. You know what? This album is his magnum opus. It's just a complete concept album focused on this idea. Basically, the story of IGOR is about a love triangle between Tyler, a guy he likes, and this guy's girlfriend. Actually, it's not even really a love triangle, because Tyler's crush is kinda just leading him on and doesn't really reciprocate his feelings. Tyler calls himself IGOR because in Frankenstein, Igor is the sidekick to the mad scientist. He's extremely loyal and does anything he's asked, even if it's utterly degrading. I think this is such a good album title, because it cuts straight to the low self-respect that Tyler has for himself, and how it keeps him from moving on from this relationship. We jump right in with Earthquake, which is about those feelings blossoming. It's very similar to Glitter in that it's just describing these feelings of having a crush. And nothing screams falling in love quite like a verse from Cardi. I'm not even gonna pretend to understand what he's saying here, but it just works. It perfectly describes these indescribable feelings that Tyler is experiencing. But you can already tell that this relationship is doomed. In Tyler's verse he says, "I don't want no conversation, I just want confirmation on how you're feeling." He's thinking so much about this guy who has a girlfriend that he's just constantly wondering if he likes him back. Tyler is totally infatuated, and this is where the album starts, so you can only imagine how cooked it gets later on. Interestingly, Earthquake opens with him singing for real this time, and then the hook of I think is I think I'm falling in love, this time I think it's for real. Tyler's hoping, he's praying that there's mutual love, and that it's finally going to work out for him. But Tyler's feelings are going from being warm and optimistic into a much darker place. He already knows that this relationship isn't good for him, but he can't stop craving that validation. He feels like he's running out of time, like he has to do something to get this guy to wake up and understand that he's not just trying to be friends. There's a song which I think is exclusive to the vinyl called Boyfriend, and on it, Tyler has this line where he says, "You need to read between the lines and stop pretending shit's funny." Tyler wants to be this guy's boyfriend. He wants his full attention, but they're both living in pretend. Seeing New Magic Wand perform live, I finally realized how truly dark this song is. It's all about jealousy. Tyler's still in love with this guy though, so where do those bitter emotions go? Well, they go to the girlfriend. It's some supervillain shit. Tyler raps about trying to make her disappear with his magic wand so he can replace her. I imagine this song is Tyler scrolling on Instagram and seeing a photo of them together. He's so jealous, but he's desperately trying to cover it up. My eyes are green, I eat my veggies. Green representing jealousy. But he's saying it's just because of the food. In reality though, he wants this girl out of the picture. It's such a full-on and disturbing track because Tyler is essentially saying he wants her dead.
Yeah,
in his
basically.
mind, she's what's stopping him from getting with that guy. So yeah, it's cooked, but it's one of Tyler's best songs because it has this really strong build-up. By the time you get to the final verse, the whole thing just turns into this outburst of frustration and pent-up feelings.
Can't be in that bitch who got no frame. Let the world know cause I got no shame. Won't smile cause I wanna share last names, I wanna be a.
Damn. I want to share last names. I want to be your only one.
Squarespace helps
not the
me
only
to
one.
easily
Keep it
sell
on
my
the low.
services online.
Keep it
I
on
can
the high.
Not the other one, keep it on the low. I'm in my right mind, keep it on the high. Chillin', shopping, feelings, now I'm out in my blood. Fall on the floor.
Tyler wants this relationship to support him, but all it's doing is hurting him. It's a gun. A boy is a gun. He's just going back and forth and he's addicted to this guy. This is that whole thing about whatever you run from, you end up chasing. Like Tyler is trying to run away, but it's only boosting those feelings because he's forcing it so much. Tyler is really questioning this guy's actions. Why'd you bring your ex to breakfast when you invited me? He's really just trying to brush him off, listing off all the reasons why he's toxic and not good for him. He's so dangerous, but Tyler still comes back saying, "I'ma leave us as friends." He doesn't know what to do with this crush who's rejected him. The best way I can describe this album is it's Tyler swimming against a current. It's repetitive, it's cyclical. A Boy is a Gun ends with him saying, "Stay the fuck away from me." And then Puppet is the next song. The first verse, he's just fantasizing about going biking with his crush. He wants it to be real so badly that he's lost all self-control.
I think Puppet is fucking heavy. That's dark. Like that first verse is like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I want to
get
talk.
a hold of
I want to
yourself.
call you.
Well, there's
to
some
talk.
abandonment
I wanna
issues on
go
this
to
record
your
if you
room.
go on the lyrics
Yeah.
alone.
No, definitely. And I think a friend told me like, oh, that first verse for Puppet could
Yeah.
also be about someone having drug withdrawals.
100%.
It could be like, what do you need? Do you need bread? Do you need to be alone? I could shut the fuck up and get the fuck away from you instead. What is your wish? It could be granted. That's because you rock. You're number one on my list. See, I'm saying that where's Rudolph? You're parasitic, so I do not have self-control. I'm starting to wonder, is this my free will or yours?
It's interesting that right after Puppet, we get a stretch of songs that are almost celebratory. Like on What's Good, you hear I See the Light over and over. Tyler's trying to convince himself that he's moved on and that he's come to his senses. By the time you get to the end of Gone Gone Thank You, he just sounds exhausted. It's like, yeah, he's clearly still in love, and those feelings haven't gone away. If they had, the album would have already ended. The irony of Are We Still Friends is that after all of this, Tyler wants to be friends, but he was in the friend zone the whole time. I love how the song ends with that single bass note. It's a nod to how IGOR's theme opens, which is almost exactly the same sound. I suppose it represents how Tyler has trapped himself in this fantasy and can't escape. It's curious then that Call Me If You Get Lost, at its core, is basically the same story as Igor. Tyler falls in love with someone who is unavailable and gets heartbroken. The difference is that Call Me is way less intense. I love the travel theme of the album. It's almost like because he's opened himself up to new experiences, he's become less clingy and is able to move on in a much more mature way. The fact that it took him 10 years to get to this point makes it hit that much harder.
Yeah.
It's a disappointing but human truth that we all want what we can't have.
True.
And sometimes you can't push it further than that. Personally, I've been friend zoned a few too many times.
Me
But seeing
too.
Tyler live really inspired me. He took the L and made something positive out of it that millions of people can relate to. I think that's beautiful and an accomplishment that one day I also hope to achieve in my own art.
Yeah.
But until then, I'll keep listening to Igor.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Look, you're gonna make it. How you got your channel set up, you're gonna make it, bro. Real talk, you are. You're an amazing artist.
Who are you? Oh, man, that's
My bad. That being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Igor, I could say it's growth from Tyler. He's matured. He's realized, yo, I'm in my 30s now, bro. Like, I could get any person I want, like, but I want that. You know, that's what he said. I feel like Tyler, Creator, he's gonna get married one day. He's gonna have kids one day. Right now, he's still finding himself. I bet he's still living and doing all these experiences and stuff. But someday, he's going to find someone that's gonna be equally yoked as him. In person, I just can't wait till that day comes. I think we all know who it is nowadays. I'm just gonna throw that up right there. But hey, I'm just saying. Hey, y'all let me know in the comments below. Sorry, yo, the poet.